What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today we're drawing Metallix from Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's begin today's lesson in the center page with the nose. We start with a curve from left to right going up and then down. From the ends we're going to come down towards a point in the middle. Now let's draw the top edge of the muzzle going around the nose. Starting from the left, we're going to bend this up and then down, round at the cheek and then go back up. Now on the outside, we're just going to round this out and pull that back in, and we'll curve the chin from left to right, coming down just underneath the tip of the nose, and then bend that back up towards the right. Now from the top of the cheeks, we want to bend the eye going out and then up towards the top. And then from the top, we want to bend this down and then in towards the center point. Let's tuck the pupils in underneath. So on the left, we draw a half oval, going down and then up. We'll line that up on the right side, and we'll trace this along the inside. Let's fill the center of the eye in black. Now I'm going to switch to my thick black marker and fill the inside of the eyes. Let's add that trim going around the top corner of the eye. Starting from the side, we're just going to taper this up towards a point. Go around and up on the right side. I'm just going to pull this down and then in on top of the eyes. From this point, we're going to step up and draw in the ears. Bend this out and then up. And then from the top, bend the ear coming in and then down. Let's trace the ears along the inside, starting with the sides, going up and then down. Close off the bottom with a curve. Let's add that large spike in the center of the head. We're going to start at the very top of our page in the center. Start with a point. Let's bend this out and then down on top of the ear on the left and right side. Now from the outside of the ears, we're going to add another spike. We're going to bend this out and then up. And then from here, we're going to come around the side and then bend that in towards the eyes. Now I'm going to go back to the bottom of the cheeks and add a fold. I'm going to go out and then up. Let's layer one more spike in behind. So on the left, we're going to step up, come down and bend that out. And then we want to bring this down and just tuck that in behind the side of the head. Now I want to separate the tip of each point with that little detail. Starting on the left, bend this up and in towards the middle, and then back down. Let's do the same thing to each tip. We're going to go up and then taper this down. Now with the head complete, let's move down and draw on the side of the body. We'll start on the left, bend this out and then down, right about there. Do the same thing on the right. And then from here, we're going to pull this down and then in towards the center point. Let's add a trim. Stepping up, it's going to follow the same curves coming in towards the middle. Across the top, we're going to add a curve, going up and then down. Then angle this down and then in towards the middle. Now I want to add a frame going around that shape. So we start back on the left, going up underneath the chin, and then come down and then in towards the middle. From the outside, we're going to step in, draw two straight lines coming down towards the hips, around at the bottom, Now in the middle, we're going to add one more curve for our seam. Let's round up the hips, going out and then down, then this down and in towards the middle. Now we're going to add that detail across the hips. Start with a V in the middle, and we'll follow the curve of the hips going out towards the side. Now leave a gap in the center, go to the left side. We're going to bend the leg going out and then down towards the left heel, move over towards the right, go out and then down towards the right heel. And then we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. Start with the left side, coming down and up. Do the exact same thing on the right. Now let's curve the top of the foot. From the outside, we're going to go up, and then down towards the inside like a half circle. Let's add a trim across the bottom of the foot. Starting on the outside, we're going to bump this out, go up, and then down on the inside. Now let's go back up to the hips. We're going to taper the legs so it gets wider as it comes out and then down. Let's add a trim across the top. And then I'll draw the edge of the boot, starting from the outside of the leg, then it's up and in towards the middle, come in and then back down. Let's add that point across the kneecap, coming down and then up. Now we're also going to add a thick sole across the bottom of the feet. So we're going to take this curve, step up, and trace that across from left to right. Now we're going to go all the way back up towards the top and draw on the shoulder armor, starting underneath the head on the left, bend this across and then up towards the end. And then from the end, we're going to bring this down and then in towards the side of the body. Let's trace out the bottom. Now I want to tuck the arms in underneath the shoulders. Starting from the inside, we're going to bend this out and then down. Let's curve the bottom, going up and then out towards the outside of the arm, then it's up and then in underneath. Now let's add a seam across the middle, bend this in and then down. Let's go to the inside of the arm, draw the forearm, coming down and then out towards the wrist. And then from the wrist, draw a small half circle for the thumb, close off the end with a bracket. Now I want to add 3 fingers across the bottom, so we're going to start from the bottom of the thumb, come down and up around that bracket, step down, add the second finger going out and then up. Now the third finger, we're going to blend this in towards the forearm, go up around the outside and then in. I'm just going to angle this down and in towards the forearm. Let's do the exact same thing on the right. Start with that first finger, add the second, and then the third, going all the way around the forearm, and then in, angle this down towards the bottom. Now let's separate the wrist. Starting from the top of the thumb, we're going to come down, up, and then out. And we're just going to trace this across the inside and just taper towards the inside of the forearm. Now on the outside of the forearms, we're going to draw an oval. And then we'll sign our art and add a splash of color, and that's pretty much it. That's how we draw Metallix from Sonic the Hedgehog. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please be sure to subscribe for more videos each day where I'll show you how to draw different characters just like this. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.